Have you ever had a dream so clear that you could almost see it? A dream that made you wake up every day with energy, even when people told you it was impossible. That kind of dream is powerful. And today, I will tell you the story of a girl who had that dream. She faced rejection, she faced doubt, but she kept writing, she kept singing, and she kept believing. That girl is Taylor Swift, one of the most successful and influential artists of our time. Welcome, my friend, to the Gentle English Podcast. This is where you improve your English, and at the same time find motivation from real success stories. Today, we will learn English through the inspiring journey of Taylor Swift. From a small-town girl in Pennsylvania to a global superstar who turned her words and music into history. Taylor Allison Swift was born on December 13, 1989, in Reading, Pennsylvania, in the United States. She grew up on a Christmas tree farm. Imagine that. While other kids were playing in cities or suburbs, Taylor was helping her family on the farm, surrounded by nature, animals, and quiet spaces. Those quiet spaces gave her time to dream, and soon she found something she loved more than anything else: music. From an early age, Taylor loved singing. She performed at school plays, talent shows, and even sang the national anthem at sporting events. But she wasn't just singing. By the age of 12, she had learned to play guitar, and soon she began writing her own songs. Songwriting became her passion. It was her way of telling stories, her way of expressing feelings, of making sense of the world. But here's the thing. Taylor didn't just want to sing in her town. She wanted to share her music with the world. That dream started when she visited Nashville, Tennessee, the capital of country music. She was only 11 years old when she went door to door, dropping off demo CDs of her singing to record labels. Can you imagine being that young, walking into offices full of adults and saying, "This is me, I want to be an artist"? And yet every single record label rejected her. They told her no. They told her she wasn't ready. Some even said that her style didn't fit. For many people, that would have been the end of the dream. But not for Taylor. She went back home, and instead of crying forever about the rejection, she practiced harder. She wrote more songs. She performed wherever she could. Taylor's parents saw her talent and her determination. They believed in her so much that they made a bold decision. They moved the family from Pennsylvania to Tennessee, just to be closer to Nashville. Imagine how much support that was. Taylor was still a teenager, but her family sacrificed and moved because they knew she had something special. At 14 years old, Taylor signed a music publishing deal. At 15, she signed her first record deal. And by 16, she released her first album, Taylor Swift. The songs were about her teenage life, about love, about heartbreak, about being young and misunderstood. Millions of people connected with her lyrics because they felt real. She wasn't just singing. She was telling stories that other people related to. Her rise was not instant fame, but step by step, song by song, she built her audience. Then came her second album, Fearless. That album changed everything. Songs like Love Story and You Belong With Me became anthems for young people everywhere. Taylor was no longer just a teenage country singer. She was a superstar. Fearless won her 4 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year. And she was only 20 years old. But here is something important about Taylor Swift. Success did not make her stop. Instead, she worked even harder. She kept writing, kept creating. She moved beyond country music and blended it with pop, rock, and later, even indie and folk. Albums like Speak Now, Red, 1989, Reputation, Lover, Folklore, and Evermore showed her evolution as an artist. Each time people thought they knew her, she reinvented herself. Of course, Taylor's journey was not free from challenges. She faced criticism in the media. She faced public feuds and personal heartbreaks. She was even interrupted on stage during an award speech in front of millions of people. Many people doubted her, mocked her, or tried to tear her down. But here is what makes Taylor Swift special. She used every challenge as fuel for her music. Instead of letting pain break her, she turned pain into lyrics. Instead of letting rejection silence her, she turned rejection into power. And that is why her music connects so deeply, because it is real. It is her truth. When Taylor writes a song about heartbreak, it is because she lived it. When she sings about resilience, it is because she fought for it. When she sings about dreaming big, it is because she dared to. Taylor Swift also showed the world the importance of standing up for yourself. She fought for artists' rights to own their music. She stood up for women in the industry. She spoke out about issues that mattered to her, even when it was risky. She showed that being an artist is not just about singing, it is about having a voice and using it. Now, what can we learn from Taylor Swift's story? First, never let rejection define you. At 11 years old, she was rejected by every record label in Nashville. If she had stopped there, the world would never have heard Love Story, Shake It Off, or All Too Well. Rejection is not the end. It is only the beginning if you keep going. Second, turn your pain into power. Taylor took heartbreaks, criticisms, and disappointments and turned them into songs. You can do the same in your life. Instead of letting pain destroy you, let it become your fuel. Third, keep evolving. Taylor never stayed the same. From country to pop to indie, she kept growing, kept exploring. In life, we must also evolve, learn, and adapt. Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. Fourth, use your voice. Taylor teaches us that success is not only about personal gain. It is also about standing up for what is right, helping others, and making a difference. Finally, dream big, even if you start small. Taylor started as a girl with a guitar on a farm. She dreamed of big stages, and she worked until that dream became reality. Taylor Swift once said, "Fearless is not the absence of fear. It's not being completely unafraid. Fearless is living in spite of those things that scare you." That is the essence of her story. She felt fear, she faced rejection, but she kept going anyway. So, my friend, as you listen to this story, think about your own dream. Maybe you are just starting. Maybe you are facing rejection. Maybe people don't believe in you yet. But remember Taylor's journey. Keep writing your song. Keep believing in your dream. And one day, your voice will be heard too. This is the Gentle English Podcast. Thank you for joining me today. Keep learning, keep believing, and keep writing the story of your own success.